Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing one of the new types of decks out there called GRUUL Delirium. What's that all about? Well, GRUUL is red and green, which is usually a very aggressive color. A lot of aggro decks come from it, and this one is definitely in that same vein. And Delirium, which is a new mechanic where your dudes get better depending upon the kind of stuff that you have in your graveyard. And it's different. It's not the same for every card. But we do have a lot of guys to help to put things in the graveyard. All right, so if that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello, and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host. And remember, while I am a doctor, I'm not that kind of doctor, so stop sending me pictures of your infected junk. Doctor, you can't suck it. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You can't suck it. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on MTGAzone.com. Check the link in the description below, called GRUUL Delirium Aggro. I had an article called 15 New Awesome Duskmourn Standard Decks. And I said, let's take a look what we got over there. And I found this one put out by Strickles. And it's called GRUUL Delirium Aggro. So yeah, love GRUUL Aggro, love it, except for I felt that Dinosaur made it too powerful. So back in Ixalan, I kind of like shook away just because whatever. And it was really hard because those dinosaurs are space awesome, but they're also way too good. And that kind of ruins it for me. And this one, brings it back. We don't really have there's no tribe going on here. Just a bunch of weird stuff in here and mixed together with some stuff over the rest of the meta. But weird stuff is kind of the way that this Duskmourn's going. I mean, look at this freakazoid. Dun 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 dun. Freakazoid. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Anyways, I'm a big fan of it. Looks like Delirium's all about pumping things up after you hit certain thresholds of cards in your graveyard. So yeah, should be awesome. All right, so what we're going to do is take a look at the cards that are in the deck super quick. We'll talk about how the deck should work, and then we're going to go out and crush some hopes and dreams. Let's do this as fast as we can. Creature Pump helps you to mill stuff into your graveyard. Utility Cheap Guy allows you to have 2 attack phases. Creature Pump, if you're willing to discard. What is this? To creature kill, essentially. You do damage to one equal to one of your creatures you got. Breakout throws a creature if it's under 2 or less from the top 6 cards into the battlefield with haste. Otherwise, you just put it on top of your library. This guy comes out 3/2 with haste for 2. Great value. And he gets Popo and Trample as long as you reach the Delirium value for him. This guy comes out as a 3/4 with Vigilance and puts out a map. This guy puts out a 3/3 beast token. You can sacrifice something to go look for a basic land or a creature. And then on the 3rd turn, you put +2/+2 and trample onto 2 creatures. This guy, what does he do? You give you an additional 2 mana to pay for other creatures or activate their abilities. Or for -1, you can put out another 3/3 beast token with Toxic 1. Or for the full meal deal, -4. You could deal X damage divided amongst any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers, which is equal to the greatest power amongst creatures you control. I don't think we're going to have really powerful guys, but, there'll be maybe 4 or 5 when they're totally strung up. And that's something you could do some damage with. I'm not sure that final ability is worth playing for. Over here, we got like a man land. We got some interesting lands. This one helps you go find specifically what you want, which is either going to be a mountain or a forest. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to get our guys out, try to fill our graveyard up as quickly as possible so we can hit our Delirium levels. Jump out there, start attacking hasty aggro ways. If they get guys out, hopefully we'll get some Beastie Beatdowns to clear the board. and eventually just finish them off before they have a chance to put things together. If that sounds good to you, then let's get started. But before we do, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen Shouldered, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentations of the women. I are playing against Maestro. Two mana. Alright, this deck plays well at 2 mana, so we're fine. We're getting out for 2. Fear of missing out, that's our boy. Oh, Breakout will put out a guy, that's fine. Let's do this guy. The rest of these cards are pretty decent value. Not sure Charming Scoundrel is really what I wanted to see. All right, 3. This is a sorcery. Who's the worst here? Mirror, mirror on the wall. I know these guys have become horrible nowadays. Because they pump them and then you sacrifice them. This guy can't sacrifice himself. So I don't believe so. It's the Cacophony Scamp is the guy you got to watch out for. He's just going for the shot. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. He wouldn't have the ability to pump. Alright, we'll pay to get out of 3-3. And because we don't have any guys out, I can't sacrifice anything. Just say basic creature or basic land, reveal and put in your hand. None of the creatures in here are all that great. Well, okay, Wildfire Wickerfolk is fantastic, but decline. All right, let's roll in. The question is whether I should have done the Monstrous Rage or not. I'm going to go ahead and put out this guy. He would be a decent chump. Charming Scoundrel can come in as a hasty person on the next turn. As long as I keep 2 people out, we can pump them up. We'll have 2 guys at 5, potentially. I do appreciate that you are not too noisy, Wiggly Sue. But the red balloon creeps me out big time. I don't know. What are you going to do with that, man? All right. I'm willing to accept it. All right, they're all trampled up. Beastie Beatdown. That might have been a bad decision. It just goes against me. That's fine. That's 2 for me. All right, let's roll in. I'll do it. Put it on a trampler. Let's put it on this guy's fine. All right, we got our pump. Let's just see what happens here. You're going to try to defend? You got to, because that's 11 right there. Who cares about that, right? And we win! Suck it, mono red! Suck it! And we're playing against... What are these characters? Ðræmscapes. Let's try that. Ðræmscapes. Keep. Alright, let's get the mouse up on his feet. Oh, I could have put the Patchwork Beastie out. That probably would have been a good idea. Except I didn't have the green for it, did I? Alright, so if we put out a green, then that means the Thorn Verge will be both on the next turn out. You think we could race this guy? If you break out, the Beastie Beatdown is going to help us out big time. You can take out the hero before he gets pumped too much, hopefully. That's the thing about these mono red decks. You just got to nail all their creatures early. Interesting way to go. We'll take that guy out. I know I'm just playing against my instincts say take out the guy that basically double kills. Does his damage, and then potentially you could kill it to do additional damage on top. But the other guy pumps. Yeah, he's getting pumpers out there, isn't he? All right, so here we go. We got a Patchwork Beastie. Look how cute he is. All right, let's just see if he'll sacrifice against the Wildfire Wickerfolk. Nope, he's just going to shoot it. Let's see if we can increase our delirium. We're up to 5 now, so Patchwork Beastie can do his thing. So they both can. We need to get rid of that Mentor. He is too powerful. Good. No, he has tons of things he's tapping to, isn't he? Let's put the beast out. Right where we should be. All right, let's throw out this guy. Cool, all in, baby. I really want to get rid of it? Yeah. And we got a second turn. All right, he's down to 5. And we win. In your face, Judy Bloom. In your face. All right, we're playing against Leicester. What do we got? We got one actual guy, which we can play on turn 2. 2 beatdowns. These guys are cool. Trick or treat. I'm coming to get you. Don't be killing it. Don't be killing it. What did I just say to you? Are you two different types? An artifact and a creature? That's not going to help me out now, is it? I need a mana. All right, man, there's only 3 different cards to choose from. Roar! All right, do you have something you can do with 1 mana or not? Apparently not, is your answer. And we got a mana. All right, now the question is, can we keep it alive? Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's targeting. I got nothing to sacrifice. And we got another guy. All right, so if we keep the Sentinel alive, we can do a little beat downing. That'll be cool. You can pump it up. And I take it like a sucker. There's 2. Let's take out the other guy while we're at it. Oh, I can't do it. All right. Roll! Still, 3 mana is sucking it. This guy's up to 6 already. All right, I'll just have to kill her. Mana! It's a mana, but it is slow. Come on, beat it down right there. There we go. Those guys at 17. That's crazy. I mean, I guess we got him down. Where's he at there? Still 6. 1 more mana he can put out as Virtue Persistence. Question is, can we nail him in that amount of time? It's quite possible. We got 3 Explorers over there. It just depends what our top card is. You'd have to throw the bat in front of it. I could go for the Beastie Beatdown, take out the bat. Pump up the other 2 by 2, and then come in for 9, win the game. I could do this, go for haste. Let's hope for the best. I don't think we're going to get 4 out of it, though. Ooh, there's 8. All right, fine. Let's bird in the hand, right? Come on, don't whiff. Nice, keep it there. Right there. Now the question is like, if you had something in your hand, why wouldn't you have played it by now? And if not, you should just give up, because obviously I'm going to roll you. You can't make the man land man. It's not enough mana for it. Are you just going to be a dirty rotten roper? All right, here we go. Trick or treat. Saw an ice mermaid. What a horrible place to be a merfolk. I'd rather be a merfolk in a tropical place, where the water is clear and warm. That'd be nice. So I understand that Fizzlethip rode around on the head of Rakdos, but that dude looks like he's got fire hair. If I was a little tiny dude, I'm not sure I'd like to be hanging out in fire hair. That would be like a bad place to be. And we win! Boom, boom! Goes the room. Victory! All right, we are playing against Lizender. Beastie's going to help me with this, getting the delirium going. He's like 70% THC by volume. Gotta pay! All in for 3. I love that little Wickerfolk. That guy is so awesome. Don't be killing him. That's the guy you don't like, huh? Green. That's full-on wicked roll. All right, down to 13. We got to beat down on the next turn, potentially. Anybody else we put out is going to be slow. Let's see what he lands here. Yeah, we're going to beat down. We're going to beat some bat ass. All right, it's down to 5. We got trample as well, which is fantastic. This guy's probably trying to go for life gain. He doesn't like the fact that he can't get his guys out. There's that stupid jerk again. All right, wicked roll's fine. We'll just place it here. Whoever he kills, we'll do some damage regardless. All in. All right, that's 1 you're taking. Down to 3. And boom, boom! Goes the room. Winner, winner! Victory dinner. All right, we're playing against... what is this? Vidachias? Vidachias? 2 mana. All right. God, everything is 2 mana or less. This is aggro, isn't it? Okay, once again, I cannot play Patchwork Beastie off of this card. Only can touch your jump rope. We do have Wildfire Witchers. Those dudes are pretty awesome. I mean, they only get pumped up to become 4/3s, so putting them out early is great. I don't care. A couple of hasty guys coming out. Patchwork Beastie doesn't need to be there. He does help to fill the graveyard to get Delirium going, though. Let's see what this guy's up to. Nothing counter-wise. He had no instance. That's great. I'm not sure we're going to be able to beat this guy. I mean, Simulacrum, you have to be prepared for creature removal. We don't have it. All right, single one out. Here's another Wickerfolk. All right, all these guys are big enough to beat up on, hopefully on, because they'll come out as 3s. Hopefully only puts 1 out. Because it requires 3 mana to be able to play stuff that'll get out of dude. So we can sacrifice a guy for that to keep it down. There we go. And he's just going to tempt it back. All right, so if I want to beat that thing, what am I going to do here? 2 or less. That's kind of lame, but we'll take it. All right, I'll get rid of the other one we have. We'll pump it on him just to get him up to speed. There we go. All right, choose who you want to kill. There we go. All right, he's down to 3. We are smoking him right now. He could try to pin down another guy. He could probably get one other guy out, and that's it. We can always throw out some Charming Scoundrels for as 2s. I can only get one of them out unless I pick up a mana on the next turn. I think with what I got showing, I got it in. I mean, let's see, wipes the board or something right now. Delirious. We got full on delirium going on right now. Kooky craziness where we think this is a totally normal dude. All right, I'm going to go touch this knife over here because you're making me do things. Look out, everybody. It's a wrench. This would be interesting if this, floor was like a puzzle you could push around and something could happen. That's putting way too much. Because the question is, how much time do you have while you're waiting for your opponent to finish roping out? And then what are you going to do while that's happening? All right, I don't need to mill anymore. That guy looks like just like he's a lump of dirty laundry. Somebody enchanted it so it'd take itself down to the river to wash itself. I think our pal Vilda is a dirty, rotten roper. We did not. Oh, we did get it. We could go like this. We could treasure token it. That'll get us up to 3. And we win. Boom, boom. Let me say that again. Boom, boom. Goes the room. All right, so here we are with GRUUL Delirium. And it was decent. It was pretty good. There was definitely some cards I really liked, which was Wildfire Wickerfolk. Love this guy. For, you know, old school kind of a GRUUL aggro guy, he is fantastic. You know, you get him out as a 3/2 with haste for 2. No, I mean, that is just incredibly good. I don't really care about the Delirium. Sure, we get more stuff in the graveyard. He gets a Pope, you know, he gets a +1/+1. Sure, whatever. That's fine. This guy, I think his artwork's fantastic. I appreciate that he tries to contribute to the Delirium at first. He's a 3/3. I like it when he just triggers. It kind of reminds me of what was it from New Capenna? The Bush Tyrannosaurus Rex, right? The Topiary Stomper. That's what he kind of reminds me of, right? Except for instead of going and getting lands, he mills stuff into your graveyard. For some reason, whenever I started this part of the video, I would start hiccuping. So yeah, they were really fantastic. I liked the new cards quite a bit. You know, it was no, you know, GRUUL dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are just way too powerful. But taking us back to what GRUUL was like, you know, we weren't playing werewolves or anything. GRUUL was great. Just a collection of scrappy green and red guys getting together, especially if you had some of those dual color guys coming in. Yeah, that was what was great about GRUUL aggro in the olden days, and I think this is a good version of that. So congratulations. I like the fact that you get them out cheap. They're very aggressive. There's good amounts of haste, and they can grow over time and become even better. Breakout's a great card. Beastie Beatdown's a great card. Loved it. All right, so let's talk about who the MVP, the most valuable player, was. In this deck, to me, the most valuable player was Wild Wickerfolk. I thought he had the most value. I just appreciated aggroing this guy out on turn 2, being able to haste in for 3 with a big 2 butt. I mean, that's kind of a skinny butt, but it's no 1. So at least, you know, you could kind of hopefully beat the butt of anybody who might be out there as just a 1/1. Pretty decent. Either that or you're just trading, and that was cool too. We seem to have the ability to kind of bring guys back, or at least go look for guys. I don't remember exactly what was going on. Altogether was cool. Maybe I saw Lukka come out. Yeah, one time. And he has the ability to deal his damage. The thing is, we don't have big, gigantic dudes, so his number 3 ability wasn't all that great. I think I was using the Patchwork Beastie's power as my -4. I can only take out 1 creature with it. It was really disappointing. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to give it to the Wildfire Wickerfolk. He was the coolest guy in this deck. I thought he was awesome. So congratulations. You're also just an uncommon. Good job, Wickerfolk. You are awesome. All right, was this deck competitive? Let's take a look. I got it. Somehow I lost it. I ended up with a 64% win rate, which means 2 out of 3 games I won when I played this deck. Fantastic. All right, so that is great. This is a competitive deck. I didn't play it on the ranked. You know, I just don't have a feel for this kind of thing right now. Would it do well? I don't think so. Especially if you're playing against mono red right now, that thing would just destroy it. We don't have enough to go after early guys. I did beat a mono red deck. I don't know how exactly. Maybe they just got unlucky. I'm not exactly sure how that worked out. Luckily, Beastie Beatdown is in here, so you could take out guys. And you get out like Patchwork Beastie, there's a lot of little dudes you can kill with Beastie Beatdown. And that's on starting turn 2, really. So, yeah, if you get the right collection of guys, you can do a little bit of control. All right, was this deck fun? I appreciate it. Look at that. It looks like it's holding the middle finger up to me. That is a really great aggro deck right there. A little bit on 1, a lot on 2, a little bit on 3. Absolutely. This was a fun deck. That's how you play it. Early, aggressive, and letting itself grow a little bit over time. All right, yeah, definitely a fun deck. Was it interesting? This thing is flush with stuff from Duskmourn. Is it really? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got this fear to trigger off a couple times. It was actually really cool. And then we have some lands in there. So yeah, this is a really decent amount of Duskmourn cards mixed together with other stuff in the meta. It was good. It was an interesting deck. I enjoyed seeing it. I I gotta say, I like this deck. I think we could maybe do better. We could maybe tune it a little bit. It felt a little marshmallowy when you played it. You know, not quite enough to take a like really powerful advantage, but still really well done. And like I said, you win 2 out of 3 decks. Definitely feels like a platinum mythic level deck. All right, so let's add that up. Was this deck competitive? Yes. Was this deck fun? Yes. Was it interesting? Totes my goats. All right, so that makes it into an A+ deck. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.